Chapter 9. Direct Healing Energy. By José Luis Pepe Romero. There is more at work in correcting health problems mentally than just attitude and relaxation. Subjective communication plays a big part. Cleve Backster, a polygraph expert, was the first to demonstrate scientifically and publicize the subjective connection that exists between humans and plants. In 1966, Backster conducted an experiment with a dragon tree plant in his office one night. Its large leaves made it easy to attach electrodes to measure changes in the resistance to a small electrical current. For whatever reason, he explained, it occurred to me that it would be interesting to see how long it took water to get from the root area of this plant, all the way up this long trunk and out and down to the leaves. He was surprised at what he saw on the polygraph. Backster explained, the plant had the contour of a human being tested, reacting when you are asking a question that could get him in trouble. So I forgot about the rising water time and thought, wow, this thing wants to show me people like reactions. What can I do that will be a threat to the well-being of the plant, similar to the fact that a relevant question regarding a crime could be a threat to a person taking a polygraph test if they're lying? Next, he got some matches to bum the leaf. Suddenly, there was a big reaction on the polygraph reading, not when he burned the plant, but when he thought about burning the plant. I thought, wow. This thing read my mind. It was that obvious to me right then, he said. This startling observation started Backster on a new career. Since 1966, he has continued to conduct experiments with plants and with humans' white blood cells. They continue to react to his emotions and to his thoughts. It is a new kind of research. It might not work if you are not serious and not a believer. When my partner in the polygraph school came in, he explained, he was able to do the same thing also, as long as he intended to burn the plant leaf. If he pretended to burn the plant leaf, it wouldn't react. According to Backster, living cells can tell the difference between pretend and intent. This has major implications for our subjective work. Backster's work was featured in the book The Secret Life of Plants by Peter Tompkins and Christopher Bird and is the focus of the book by Robert B. Stone, The Secret Life of Your Cells. The work that we've done in hundreds of hours of testing of the white cells is just absolutely fascinating, he said. There's no doubt about it, that your thoughts can permeate every cell of your body, without going through any of the conventional communication systems. In other words, he continued, if your thoughts, when your cells are separated from your body and being tested, under glass or in vitriol, if they can react to your emotions when you are separated from them, you know in your body that they are going to react to emotional changes, particularly the negative emotions. This research supports Jose Silva's work with holistic faith healers and with distant healing. You can project your mind subjectively while functioning at the alpha level and influence the health of other people. At a distance, you cannot cause any harm, you can only help to change things back to normal. It takes physical force to break things. Spiritual energy is an attractive energy. It attracts matter to conform to the original blueprint of perfection. Backster said that it is sometimes difficult to persuade other scientists that the material you are working with, plants, white cells, yogurt, and determine what your real intentions are, and this affects how they react to your experiment. One researcher complained that when he sat and thought about burning the leaves of a plant, using the same kind of plant and polygraph equipment that Backster had used, there was no reaction. I asked him if he actually intended to burn the plant, Cleve explained. He said he didn't intend to burn it, because I hadn't burned my plant. But I pointed out to him that I had intended to burn my plant. The plant can tell the difference between pretend and intent. You can read more about Cleve Backster's exciting research on the Ecumenical Society of Psychorientology's website, which Jose Silva established in 1975 to support research and education in the field of holistic faith healing. Scientist investigates laying on of hands, There was a research project reported on at a 1972 conference proceeding sponsored jointly by the Mind Science Foundation and Silva International, where a biologist, Dr. Bernard Grad, detailed his experiments to demonstrate that a healer could cure wounds and illnesses in laboratory mice by the laying on of hands, transmitting healing energy to the mice. Dr. Grad also conducted experiments with plants and with seeds. Both were positively affected by the healer's hands. His final experiment involved water used to water the plants. Sure enough, the water could be programmed in a positive way, and plants would grow faster. When the container of water was held by a psychotically depressed person, the plants watered with that water showed slower growth than those watered with untreated water. Water and other matter store energy from human beings. Dr. Grad noted that this has major implications for people who prepare food. They can help or hurt the people who eat the food they prepare. Editor's note: this report goes beyond the scope and space limitations of this chapter, but you can read Dr. Grad's full report on the website of the Ecumenical Society of Psychophysiology. Pepe Romero came to work at Silva International headquarters in 1971, shortly after graduating from college. He traveled extensively with José Silva, learning firsthand how to teach the holistic faith healing techniques that Silva developed.